Hello, Madridista. Welcome to Real Madrid core fan. Thanks you for coming in. I'm sorry for missing the last couple of days. I was away for important meetings and personal stuff. But I'm back. I am back right now. And just to reflect on everything that happened during the Champions League and all the Champions League drama and so forth. I watched the game but I couldn't make a reaction to it. But to take that away, I just want to come here and say, welcome back. Let's do this again. Right now, I'm going to give you my thought and everything that happened from last week and the Sunday game, Rayo versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid playing away and giving you some more details of what I think is what's going to happen, like the blueprints of what it's going to happen exactly, what I'm expecting from Real Madrid to do from that game. So obviously, Rayo is one of the smallest, toughest team in the league, in the LaLiga, and of course you have to be worried about it because they have a very tight defense. But before I jump into that, and I just want to reflect first on the Champions Leagues. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. That was a horrible, terrible game I've seen in a long time. And yes, we had a very tough game against Atletico Madrid, but I mean, I've seen some image, some reflection. I've seen some situation where we were able to try to score and come back to the game, but Liverpool is a different game. First of all, with that game against Liverpool, Alonso strategy is really pretty much just copy paste to what he played against Barcelona. And what I'm thinking about that game, obviously, through the whole week, I think that the best thing would have been done is that change the tactic, change the strategy, and set up the team as how the Premier League team play close enough to where we can mitigate and able to prevent so much of the horrible run that we made and horrible defense that we were just happening the whole entire time. So I would say this pretty much. It's that game really upset me because I was expecting a winning from Real Madrid. I was expecting Real Madrid to win. I was expecting that we will cause great damage at Liverpool, but at the same time, I have a huge respect for Liverpool team, as a club, as a brand in Premier League, and just knowing that by itself, I know regardless how the situation going on right now at Premier League, they're still a team that you don't have to mess with, especially in Champions League, because they will bring it. And an advantage they had as well with that game, is that they were playing at home. Playing at home for Liverpool is like you have to go through a mountain. You have to go through a wall. So it's really tough game for Real Madrid, obviously. But at the end of the day, a terrible decision from Alonso in that game, and it was just out. I wouldn't wish for any team to go with such a tactic against Liverpool or even Man City or any Premier League team on a top four, because that was a horrible performance from Real Madrid after we had a horrible performance against Atletico Madrid derby. So just putting that game aside, we're moving on. Just another highlight against another highlight of the Champions Leagues, we also had Barcelona versus Club Brugge. Yeah, that game was, oh my God. I watched that game. It's not for just the excitement, but there's a moment that I felt terrible for Barcelona, but this, at the same time, I was like, they need to lose anyway. But it's just knowing how Barcelona defense is right now, and how every team can exploit that defense, that high line. They are in the worst stage ever. I haven't seen this kind of. Last season they really exploit that high line, because every team is trying to counter, trying to understand, trying to time the run and all that. So it was all good, first time, new strategy. Everybody need to accommodate to that kind of system. But now everybody know the tactic. Now everybody know how to time the run. It's everybody really Barcelona is suffering so much goal scored against them. So many goals are being scored against Barcelona. It's not because of the defense. It's just how they went with the high line. And after last year, they had a really great run. But you need to understand, as a coach, as a club, players, they're gonna get tired. They gonna get tired. Because last year, yeah, they were pressing everyone. They were everywhere. And right now they are being on so many players on the stretches. There's so many players are in injuries. So it just all that's drama and things that are going on into the club, and really messing up with how they are going with approaching their game style, defense wise. So yeah, other than that, I don't think there is anything I would say about that. But overall, Champions League was exciting, and I've watched the Bayern Munich and PSG. That was a fire game as well. I watch who else I watch? Yeah, Real Madrid, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing else. But overall, I would say we are back. We are back. We are back now for the La Liga before going for the international breaks. So which is good, knowing that for as a Real Madrid. One thing I would say is that Real Madrid playing on Sunday. They're gonna play against Rayo Vallecano. Yeah, Vallecano. Yep, I can't spell that name, but I know it's Rayo. Well, Rayo is one of the small team really that can give you a hard time, because when they start closing that defense, it's very tight to break. The last game they play against Madrid it was last season. It was just not good. Well, we catch up some win here and there, but it was a tough game. It was for me that one of the things I would say is that what is at stake for this is that one of the first stake Real Madrid going into this game is that after this game they're gonna go. We are gonna be going for international break, and then Alonso need to actually make sure that we win the game so we can stay on top of the league going to the international. That's what is on the stake right now. Losing that game would cost a lot. Would cost so much damage. So the focus will be on a defense, such our defense. Our defense will be our number one person will be Valverde, Tchouaméni, and on the midfield will be Camavinga, Bellingham, maybe Arda Güler. Those will be really players that we will need in that game. However, if we have players under injuries, it will make it hard for us. But my expectation for this game is that Real Madrid is going to win. It's going to be a hard win, and I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-1 or 3-2 because we're going to play away. Obviously, my scoring will be Vinicius, Vinicius and Mbappe will score. Obviously, that's I always put them to score, but I'm expecting other player to come in to like Rodrigo, Endrick. I really want Endrick to play so that he can get his confidence back into the game. So that's my outlook for that game. Really making sure that happened for Endrick to come in. Well, who else do I think? So how do I expect the team will play? I'm thinking that the team will be playing 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, based of what we had the game before El Clasico. I think we'll play like that, but since Alonso liked the 4-3-3 so far, I think he's gonna play that system, but he's gonna interject different players to give other players some rest time. If those players are going into injuries, they can get some rest time as well. Other than that, I think that's pretty much my expectation. I'm sure the game, the first 20 minutes is going to be very intense because Rayo will probably will come at us with a lot of pressure because they have the crowd, they're playing at home. So I'm definitely seeing them doing a lot of counter, pressing early and at the high line. And, I think what would happen is that as Real Madrid, we just have to make sure we make sure we put a good defense performance that in that early stage and counter, have a really good defense in the first 20 minutes and counter. That way will be more effective. It will push them back somehow a little bit before the end of the first half, and then second half we definitely need to control the game and just open the game, making sure they also get the pressure they deserve. Other than that, I think I don't have anything else because that game is definitely gonna be a fresh starter. How we can see Alonso can break smaller team that has strong defense, and that's something that I think a lot of us as a fan, as a reactor, people that watch the game, and we looking how could Real Madrid penetrate those defense, because going side to side, left to right passing is not giving us the advantage of winning games or pressuring. We can control the game, have the ball the whole time, but if you can break the defense, it's not good. Vinicius need to do better, definitely. Rodrigo need to do better. I'm looking forward for Bellingham, Arda Güler, and Tchouaméni to do a very good job in that midfield. I'm not worried about my defense. I'm worried about Valverde because he's been playing so much. He playing a lot of games lately, and I think he need to get some rest. We need to put a new defense there that can help out, especially with teams like this. We can put a team of players that can perform well, and we can substitute them. Other than that, I don't have anything else. But if you are here, welcome. This is a Madrid fan. Everybody's welcome here. Let's get this thing to 50 subscribers, and yes, just do your thing. It's free. It's a free subscription. Just do your thing. Go there. Yeah, just subscribe. Nothing. Real Madrid. Real Madrid, Hala Madrid, Hala Madrid.